It is May 23rd, Tuesday, and market was much more active today than it was yesterday. Uh, it was an interesting day. Definitely, I will say this. It ended on a good note, on a very good note, but it could have ended badly. It definitely could have ended badly just because I was not keeping myself in control throughout the entire day. But what's crazy is that yesterday, let's see here. Let me actually get this going here. Yeah. So this was yesterday, and yesterday was just complete chop all day long, and really didn't do anything. And then after close, once I opened back up at 6 o'clock, pretty much moved up from there. And I was really this morning I woke up, I felt really good about it. I was like, I think that we're gonna have a good day today and it's gonna move since yesterday was so choppy. And I took a trade in the morning. I had seen that there was a bit of a turtle soup here. It had reached just barely above yesterday's high, and then came strongly back down. I think it was on the, let me see, yeah, I was on the 5 minute chart, saw this. And so I ended up taking a trade. Well, I guess it was about, right? Well, it was a little late. It was, yeah, right here. So right in here, I took a trade down and made some money. Got probably about 190, $200 in there. And then proceeded. So this is where the market opened, and then there was this chop. That's why I've got this box in here, is because there was this chop right here. And I did trade around a lot in there, and I gave all of the money back. I didn't go into the negative, but I gave all of what I had made back. And then when I felt strongly, right at noon, literally right at noon, I saw it make a move that was a little different than it had been the rest of the morning. And I felt like that was a signal that it was going to be taking a downturn. So I did go short. And I really, 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 really wish that in TradingView that you could see the trades from the previous day, but it doesn't let you because I took a short here at noon and I cut it here. Literally took another one right here because of this fair value gap, and then took it here. Uh, it took another short here, and then covered here. And then what I ended up doing was, so I use pivots, the indicator for pivots, because it's obvious that it does have a significant role to play in the market's movements throughout the day. I know it's not a smart money concept thing, but it's obvious that it's helpful, so I do use it. And this right here was something that I was super proud of myself for. So I saw this coming up. Actually, you know what? Before I actually saw that, I will say this. I saw this right here. I decided I was gonna trade with the chart and not with my mind of what I thought it was supposed to be doing. Because at this point I was like, man, it's pretty extended. I made some money. Don't don't take a chance on this. But then I realized like this is a 1 minute chart. And I was like, man, everything is fractal. Obviously, everything will mimic. This could be a daily chart. This could be a minute chart. Doesn't matter. It's all fractal. And so I was like, man. By the time I saw this coming up here, I'm like, I would absolutely trade this if this was on a higher time frame. If it was 15 minute, 10 minute, whatever, I would absolutely trade it. It's just A plus setup. So I ended up saying, you know what, I'm going to take it anyway. So I took it. And then I went to the daily chart, and I noticed that there was a fair value gap on the daily, a second one. So yesterday I mentioned that there was a fair value gap that was up here, took that out, and then there was a second one, which was right here. So this was right here. Fair value gap, obviously it closed in here, but I left it here because I want to point this out. When I saw that, I came back to this, and mind you, I was up here at the time. I'd just taken the short. I was kind of trying to figure out where I wanted to get out at. And then I marked this as the daily fair value gap, and then did a PD array here, a fib, and this gap this fair value gap right here was perfectly in between uh, the let's see, what is this? The 62 and the 70.5%. I mean, it's almost perfectly in there. So I saw that. Then I saw that the pivot for the day was right here, and well, it wasn't a new low actually. I was wrong on that. But there also was a new week opening gap. There was also a new week opening gap right there, and so I'm like, there's no way. Like all these things stacking up, this is going to be gravitating right down towards it. And what's crazy, and again, this is why I wish that you could see the trades from the day before, because it's after 6 right now. I literally put my take profit right at the very, so the low on there is at 41.53. My take profit was at 41.53 because I wanted to leave it a little bit above this pivot and give myself a little bit of space. And it literally filled me and then bounced back up. And that's like the most amazing feeling ever. It really is to know that you can have some precision. Obviously, I know that it definitely could have not worked out that way. Anyway, after that, I ended up leaving it alone for a while. Then I tried taking another trade to come up. It did look like it was going to be moving up. Actually, I took it right here, I think. But then once it came back down and it closed me out, hit my stop right here. I started having flashbacks of yesterday where it was just bouncing around like this. And so I'm like, I think it's done for the day. I don't think it's going to make a strong move back up. I don't think it's going to keep moving down. So I'm just going to stop trading it. So I did. So I ended up $369 up on the day, which was nice because yesterday was down 150. So so it was a good day. And you know what? I gotta say again, although I'm not proud of myself for probably taking 5 trades in here, again, just feeling like I was getting ripped off here after I was up about 200 bucks here. I just felt like I needed to get it back, and then I did do that. But I'm proud of myself for, like said yesterday, excuse me, being able to hold it down to where I believed it was going to go. Now, I don't remember the reason at the time that I thought it was going to be stopping there. It was either what's going on here? I think it was right here because let's see. I think it was because of a low. It had taken out a buy side liquidity. It came down here, took it out. I don't remember why I took it out there. Anyway, must have been some kind. Oh, I think there was a divergence. There might have been a divergence on the Nasdaq or something. Anyway, just proud of myself for holding on, and then also holding all the way down to this, and not getting rid of it. But what I did was, and this is how I handled the money today. This is really important. How I handled my money today was when I was coming down here, I was making money. When I came to this one, the the reason I decided to go ahead and take it is because I had already made a decent amount of money, and what I would do is I was going to really just tighten up my tighten up my risk to reward. So I'm like, you know what? I've been trading 5 contracts, so I'm going to trade 1 contract. So that way, if I get stopped out, I'm losing like what 20, 25 bucks. But if it still does come down here, I mean, who knows how far I can go, obviously. But down here, obviously, I had my stop here, so that's not my stop, my take profit. So whatever it is, I don't know, 100 bucks, whatever it is. So I felt like that was worth it. And I think that that really helps when you're continuing to trade throughout the day after you've already made money. Scale way down. Make it so that you can't lose all the money that you just gained. So if you get to the point where you're like happy with what you've made, then scale way down so that way you can still, if you see something that you really, really want to get into, something that's a really good setup, you can still get in without psychologically freaking yourself out, thinking you're going to be losing it all, but still have a great opportunity to make some more money. And I think that's what I learned today. That was the gist of today's lesson. And I loved this signal, giving me that signal to take this short. Uh, and one more thing, I did notice that on the Nasdaq, this uh, what was it? The 15? I think it was a 15-minute chart. Yeah, the 15-minute chart. No, 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 10 minute, 10 minute. I think it's 10-minute chart. No, never mind. I don't know. Maybe I was looking at the wrong. Oh, and then I think it was the 5 minute. I don't know. Maybe I was looking at this. Oh, I was looking. I'm sorry. 15-minute chart on the Nasdaq. The 15-minute chart on the Nasdaq has been pretty good about following the ICT trader concept kind of thing. So I mean, these have been really good. Like if you're using a 1 to 2 ratio risk to reward, then especially these last couple of days, have been doing really well. Even in yesterday's crazy market, because yesterday it did not give a single trade opportunity, so therefore you wouldn't have made money, but you wouldn't have lost money if you followed the rules. So it's been doing really well. I'm happy with today, and I hope that I can take something from today and let it be something that lasts through more than just today. So